Now let us see the velocity and acceleration of SHM. We know the position equation for a particle executing SHM is given by A sine of omega t plus phi. Here for simplicity we are taking that particle starts from mean position. So its initial phase will be equal to 0. So x of t will be equal to a sine of omega t plus 0. That will be equal to a sine of omega t. If we draw the graph for this position equation, it will be the sinusoidal function starting from mean position. So initial value will be 0, having time period t and maximum amplitude a. Now if we want the velocity equation, we have to differentiate this with respect to time. So v of t will be equal to d of xt by dt. That will be equal to d by dt of a sine of omega t. A is constant, so we can write a. Differentiation of sine will be cos omega t, and again differentiating omega t with respect to time, we will get omega. So v of t will be equal to a omega cos of omega t. If we draw the graph for this velocity equation, then as the function is of cosine function at t is equals to 0, the velocity will have maximum value, that is equals to a omega. So at t is equals to 0, the graph will start from point a omega. So it will be a cosine function, and this will be time period capital T. The time period of velocity function and position function will be same. Now if we want the acceleration, a of t will be given by d by dt of v of t. So d by dt of velocity was a omega cos omega t. A omega is constant. Differentiation of cos omega t will be minus of sine omega t. And again differentiating this omega t with respect to time, we will get omega. So a of t is equals to minus of a omega square sine omega t. Here again this is the acceleration function and sine function, but at t is equals to 0, it will start from 0, and t is equals to pi by 2, it will have negative value. So if we draw the graph for acceleration versus time, then the graph will start from 0 and in negative. So this will be the minus a omega square, and the time period will be t. So we have drawn graph for velocity, time and acceleration. Now let us compare them and let us observe them. First we will see the position time. This is x of t versus time graph. Here we can see this is t is equals to 0, this is t by 2, and this is t. This time is t by 4. This time will be 3t by 4. Here we can see that amplitude is maximum, or the displacement is maximum at 2 time intervals or 2 time instants. T is equals to t by 4 and t is equals to 3t by 4. While the velocity is maximum first at t is equals to 0. This time will be t by 4. This time will be t by 2. This time will be 3t by 4 and this time will be time period t. So the velocity is maximum at t is equals to 0, t is equals to t by 2 and t is equals to capital T. And here we can see acceleration is also variable. Acceleration is not constant. Acceleration is maximum at time t by 4 and 3t by 4. That we can see from the basic formula of acceleration for SHM, that is minus omega square x. So when the position is maximum, that means it is at extreme point, then acceleration will also be maximum. So let us conclude and write the summary. At different time instants, 0, t by 4, 2t by 4, that is equals to t by 2, 3t by 4 and 4t by 4, that is equals to t. We will see the value of displacement, velocity and acceleration. We have seen that this object is starting from mean position. So at t is equals to 0, its displacement will be 0 and that is minimum. For velocity, it is a cosine curve. So at t is equals to 0, velocity will be a omega, that is maximum. The acceleration is 0 because the displacement is 0. So it is minimum. At t by 4, the displacement is maximum. Velocity is 0 and acceleration is minus a omega square, that is maximum. At t by 2, again displacement is 0. Velocity is now minus a omega, and as displacement is 0, acceleration will also be 0. At 3t by 4, again the displacement is maximum. But in this case, if it was a, then now it will be minus a. The velocity will be 0 and acceleration will be a omega square, that is maximum. And again at t point, the displacement will be 0, velocity will be a omega and acceleration will be 0. From this table, we can see that the displacement and acceleration are 180 degree out of phase. That means when displacement is positive maximum, the acceleration is negative maximum, and vice versa. While the displacement and velocity, or the velocity and acceleration, are differing in phase by pi by 2. That means the phase difference between displacement and velocity is pi by 2, and phase difference between velocity and acceleration is also pi by 2. So let us write down this summary. First, velocity is ahead of displacement by phase angle pi by 2. The second case, the acceleration is ahead of velocity by phase angle pi by 2, and acceleration is ahead of displacement by phase angle pi. The time period of velocity, acceleration and displacement are same, capital T. So these are the some important points regarding velocity and acceleration. Now, till now we have seen the acceleration and velocity as a function of time. Now let's see how we can represent them as a function of position. The position equation of displacement is given by A sine of omega t. Here we are considering initial phase to be 0. The velocity will be differentiation of x of t with respect to time. That will be a omega cos omega t. Now, this cos omega t can be written as under root 1 minus sine square omega t, because sine square omega t plus cos square omega t is equals to 1. But from this, x is equals to a sine omega t. So, sine omega t can be written as x by a. So, now we are not going to represent this velocity as a function of time. So, we will write v instead of v of t is equals to a omega under root 1 minus sine omega t can be written as x by a. So, sine square omega t will be x square upon a square. So, v is equals to a omega under root a square minus x square divided by a square. So, v will be a omega divided by a. Square root of a square will be a under root a square minus x square. So, v will be equal to, this a will get cancelled out, omega under root a square minus x square. So, this is the equation of velocity as function of position. Now, let us see some important points about this. Let's say this is the mean position, x is equals to 0. This is one extreme, x is equals to a. And this is x is equals to minus a. The equation of velocity as a function of position is given by omega under root a square minus x square. Now, at x is equals to 0, that is at mean position, as x is equals to 0, the velocity will be maximum. So, V max will be omega under root a square minus 0. So, maximum velocity of particle will be a omega. Now, at extreme position, either x is equals to a or x is equals to minus a. X is equals to plus or minus a. V will be omega under root a square minus plus or minus a square. It is square, so it will always be positive. So, V will be omega under root a square minus a square. So, V will be equal to 0. So, velocity is maximum at mean position and velocity is minimum, that is 0 at extreme position. This is the magnitude of velocity, that is speed. So using this equation, we can find velocity of particle at any position. If we want velocity at any time instant, then we must use the velocity time equation. Now let us find the acceleration as a function of position. V of t is given by a omega cos omega t. So acceleration will be, differentiating this with respect to time, that will be minus a omega sine omega t, differentiating again omega t with respect to time will give us a omega square. But x of t is equals to a sine omega t. So we can write a of t is equals to minus a sine omega t into omega square. So a is equals to, this is minus omega square x. So this is the equation of acceleration with position. Now let us see acceleration at different points. At x is equals to 0, the acceleration will also be 0. At x is equals to a, that is extreme position, the acceleration will be maximum, that is equals to minus a omega square. So at mean position, velocity will be maximum and acceleration will be 0. At extreme positions, velocity will be 0 and acceleration will be maximum. Now let us see some example based on the velocity and acceleration equation. Let us see the example. In the figure, dots and arrows show the position and the velocity of a particle executing SHM. What are the phases at given 5 instants when the position at time t is given by x is equals to a sine omega t plus phi? We want to find the phase at given points. The equation is given by a sine of omega t plus phi. Now let us start one by one. This is first case, second case, third, fourth and fifth. In the first case, the object is at mean position and its tendency is to move towards the positive extreme. So x is equals to 0. So we can write sine of omega t plus phi is equals to 0. So as sine is 0, we can write cos of omega t plus phi is equals to plus or minus 1. Because as sine theta is 0, it will be either 0 degree or 180 degree. So value of cos will be plus or minus 1. So V will be equal to, velocity at this point is plus or minus a omega. Now the arrow is indicated in the positive direction, so velocity will be plus a omega. So cos of omega t plus phi will be equal to plus 1. So omega t plus phi will be equal to 2n pi, where n is the integer number. The value of cos is 1 on 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi and 2n pi value. So from this, the angular position is 2n pi in the first case. the second case, x is equals to a. So sine of omega t plus phi is equals to a. So sine of omega t plus phi is equals to 1. So omega t plus phi will be equal to 2n pi plus pi by 2, because the value of sine is plus 1 at pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, etc. Here the value of n is 1, 2, 3, but plus or minus, and n can also be 0. Now, in the third case, x is equals to 0. So sine of omega t plus phi is equals to 0. So we can write cos of omega t plus phi is equals to plus or minus 1. But here the tendency is to move towards the negative direction. So velocity will be equal to minus a omega. So omega t plus phi will be equal to two n pi plus pi, because the value of cos is negative on pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi, etc. value. The fourth case, it is at x is equals to minus a. So sine of omega t plus phi will be equal to minus 1. So omega t plus phi will be equal to 2n pi plus 3 pi by 2, because sine is minus 1 at 3 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 11 pi by 2, and etc. The value of n can vary from 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and so on. In the fifth case, fifth is the same as the first case. So x is equals to 0 and omega t plus phi will be equal to 2n pi plus 2 pi. So these are the value of angles. Here we have to keep this in mind that not only the position but also the direction of velocity also matters to decide the phase angle. In this example, a particle executes SHM with a time period of 2 seconds and amplitude 10 centimeter. Find displacement, velocity and acceleration after 1/6 second starting from the mean position. Given time period is 2 seconds and amplitude is 10 centimeter, that is equals to 0.1 meter. We want to find the displacement, velocity and acceleration at t is equals to 1/6 second. First of all, let us write the equation of position. X of t is equals to a sine of omega t plus phi. Here it is given that it is starting from mean position. So the initial phase will be 0. So x of t is equals to a is 0.1 sine of omega can be written as 2 pi by t into small t. So x of t is equals to 0.1 sine of, time period is given 2 seconds, so simply it will be pi t. Now first we want to find the displacement. Displacement x is equals to 0.1 into sine of pi by 6. Sine pi by 6 is 1/2. So x will be equal to 1/20 meter, that is equals to 100 by 20, that is 5 centimeter. Now, once we have found the value of position, we can find the acceleration and velocity. The velocity is omega under root a square minus x square. So V will be omega is 2 pi by t, that will be equal to pi under root a square is 100 minus x square, that is 25. But this answer will be in centimeter per second, as we have taken amplitude and position in centimeter. So V will be pi into 75 under root centimeter per second. So velocity will be 5 root 3 pi centimeter per second. The acceleration is given by minus omega square x. So minus omega square will be pi square and x is given 5 centimeter. So A will be minus 5 pi square centimeter per second square. So this will be our final answer. In this example, a particle executes SHM about point x is equals to 0 along x-axis. The position of the particle at an instant is given by x is equals to 5 sine pi t. We want to find the average velocity and average acceleration for time intervals 0 to 0.5 second. The formula of average velocity is total displacement upon total time. So first let us find the initial and final position of particle at t is equals to 0 and t is equals to 0.5. As it is given that it is starting from point t is equals to 0, 5 sine 0. So initial position will be 0. The final position 5 sine pi, time is given 0.5, that is 1 by 2. Sine pi by 2 will be 1, so final position will be 5 meter. The average velocity is final position minus initial position upon total time. So 5 minus 0 upon total time is 0.2. So the average velocity of particle executing SHM will be 10 meter per second. Now we want to find the acceleration between 0 and 0.5 second. The average acceleration is given by v minus u upon t. V is final velocity, u is initial velocity and t is time. Here the position equation is given 5 sine pi t. If we differentiate this with respect to time, we will get velocity as 5 pi cos pi t. The initial velocity at t is equals to 0 will be 5 pi into cos pi 0. Cos 0 is 1, so initial velocity will be 5 pi meter per second. The final velocity at t is equals to 0.5 second will be 5 pi into cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0. So final velocity will be 0. So average acceleration will be 0 minus 5 pi divided by 0.5. So acceleration will be minus 10 pi meter per second square. In this example, A body executing SHM along a straight line has a velocity of 3 meter per second when it is at a distance of 4 meter from its mean position, and it has mean velocity of 4 meter per second when it is at a distance of 3 meter from its mean position. We want to find its angular frequency, that is omega, and its amplitude a. The velocity is v1 3 meter per second at position x1 is equals to 4 meter, and velocity is v2, that is 4 meter per second at position x2 is equals to 3 meter. We want to find omega and amplitude. The velocity position equation is given by v is equals to omega under root a square minus x square. So v1 is equals to omega under root a square minus x square, but this will be x1 square, and v2 will be equal to omega under root a square minus x2 square. Taking ratio of this two, we can write v1 square by v2 square is equals to a square minus x1 square divided by a square minus x2 square. Put this values. v1 is 3, so 3 square 9 divided by v2 square 16 is equals to a square minus 16 divided by a square minus 9. Cross multiply. 9a square minus 81 is equals to 16a square minus 256. So 7a square will be equal to 256 minus 81. So this will be 175 is equals to 7a square. So a square will be equal to 175 by 7. So a square will be equal to 25. So amplitude A will be equal to 5 meters. Now put this value of A in one of the equation. V1 is given 3 is equals to omega under root A square, that is 25, minus x1 square, that is 16. So 3 is equals to omega under root 25 minus 16 will be 9. So omega will be equal to 1 radian per second. So this will be our answers. Omega is 1 radian per second, that is angular frequency, and the amplitude will be 5 meters. Now, what is the shape of graph plotted between velocity and position of particle performing SHM? The relation between velocity and position is v is equals to omega under root a square minus x square. So we can write v square is equals to, or v square upon omega square is equals to a square minus x square. So v square upon omega square a square plus x square upon a square is equals to 1. This is the equation of ellipse. So the graph will be ellipse. In the next question, a particle is executing SHM with time period t. Starting from mean position, we want to find the total time taken by it to complete 5/8 oscillations. Here, the 5/8 oscillations can be written as half oscillation plus 1/8 oscillation. That will be total of 5/8 oscillations. So let us see how the situation will be. It is starting from mean position x is equals to 0, x is equals to plus a, and the other extreme x is equals to minus a. Starting from mean, first it will complete half oscillation. That means from 0 to A and A to 0. That total time will be T by 2. Now, the 1 by 8, x is equals to 0 to x is equals to minus A is considered as 1/4 oscillation. So, x is equals to 0 to x is equals to minus A by 2 will be considered as 1 by 8 oscillation. And we have seen time taken by particle to move from x is equals to 0 to half of the amplitude value, that will be T by 12. So this time from x is equals to 0 to x is equals to A by 2 will be equal to T by 12. So total time taken that can be written as time taken to complete half oscillation, that is T by 2, plus time taken to complete 1 by 8 oscillation, that is T by 12. So the total time T will be T by 2 plus T by 12. That will be equal to 60 plus T divided by 12. That will be 7T by 12. This will be our final answer. In this example, it is given that two particles executing SHM of same frequency meet at x is equals to plus A by 2 while moving in opposite directions. What is the phase difference between them? Here, let's say x is equals to A sine of omega t. They are having same frequency, so omega will be same. Now, they meet at a point A by 2. So at particular instant, this particle will be at point A by 2 is equals to A sine omega t plus phi. So we can write sine omega t plus phi is equals to 1 by 2. From this we can say omega t plus phi is equals to either 30 degree or 180 minus 30 degree, that is equals to 150 degree. So for one particle the phase will be 30 degree and for other particle the phase will be 150 degree. Now as both the particles are moving in opposite direction, the phase difference will be 150 minus 30, that will be equal to 120 degree. In this example, the displacement of two particles performing SHM are y1 is equals to A sine pi by 2t plus phi and y2 is equals to B sine 2 pi by 3t plus phi. We want to find the phase difference between them at t is equals to 1 second. So first let us write the equation of position at t is equals to 1 second. So y1 will be A sine of pi by 2 plus phi and y2 will be equal to B sine of 2 pi by 3 plus phi. The phase difference will be 2 pi by 3 plus phi minus pi by 2 minus phi. That will be 2 pi by 3 minus pi by 2. So that 4 pi minus 3 pi by 6. So the phase difference will be pi by 6, that is equals to 30 degree. In this example, a particle executes simple harmonic motion according to the equation 4d square x by dt square plus 320x is equals to 0. We want to find the time period t. Here, we should remember the steps that we have learned to prove any motion to be simple harmonic motion. First, we'll give this some small displacement, then we'll write all the restoring forces, and then we'll write the acceleration. If the acceleration follows the equation minus omega square x, then the particle will be performing SHM, and from the value of omega we can find the time period. So from this equation, let us find the acceleration. Here the d square x by dt square is the differentiation of position with respect to time twice. So d square x by dt square can be written acceleration. So 4a plus 320x is equals to 0. So acceleration is minus 320x divided by 4. So acceleration will be minus 80x. Comparing this with basic equation a is equals to minus omega square x, we will find omega square is equals to 80. So omega will be equal to 4 root 5, but omega is 2 pi by t, that is equals to 4 root 5. So time period will be equal to pi by 2 root 5 seconds. In the next question, a particle of mass 10 gram is undergoing SHM of amplitude 10 centimeter and period of 0.1 second. We want to find the maximum force. Force is mass into acceleration. Force is maximum when acceleration is maximum. For a particle performing SHM, acceleration is given by a is equals to minus omega square x. If we want maximum acceleration, then this x should be the amplitude a. So a max will be equal to omega can be written as 2 pi by t whole square into amplitude is 0.1. So a max will be equal to 4 pi square divided by 10 power minus 2 as time period is 0.1 into 0.1. So a max will be equal to 4 pi square divided by 10 power minus 1. So the maximum force will be equal to mg, that is 10 divided by 1000 into acceleration 4 pi square into 10. So that will be 4.4 pi square Newton. This will be the maximum force on the particle of mass 10 gram. In this example, the graph between velocity and position for a particle performing SHM is given. We want to find the time period. From the graph, we can see that at mean position, that is at x is equals to 0, the velocity is maximum, that is 0.4 meter per second, and the maximum displacement is 10 centimeter, that is equals to 0.0 meter. So a is equals to 0.1 meter and v max is equals to 0.4 meter per second. But the maximum velocity of particle performing SHM is given by a omega. So that will be 4 divided by 100 into omega. So omega will be equal to 1 by 4. time period is 2 pi by t is equals to 1 by 4. So time period t will be equal to 8 pi second. So this will be our final answer.